Good morning.
Morning.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On December 18th, officer was dispatched to a driver asleep behind the wheel at 1219 Shepherd Drive. Upon arrival, officer observed a red van with the ignition on and run.
Middle of the road, car running, parked right on the train tracks. That's not bad luck. That's straight up probable cause for a DWI stop. At that point, the cop doesn't even need a field test. The scene itself is a public danger. What would you do if you rolled up on this?
In a parked position in the middle of the roadway, sitting in front of the railroad tracks. Officer woke up the defendant and observed slurred speech and red glassy eyes. Defendant stated he had left a Christmas party at Club K9 and had consumed multiple Michelob beers. SFSTs were conducted, 6 out of 6 HGN, 5 out of 8 walk concern, and 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. DIC was read, defendant consented to breath, 0.127 and 0.127, no criminal history.
Got it. Do you see if he has a valid Texas driver license? Do you
I
mind?
can run it now, Judge.
Please. Mr. Miller, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If you test positive for drugs or alcohol, your bond will be revoked. You will go into custody. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You have a lawyer. Because you have one, we will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel. If he comes back and tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
And license is valid, Judge.
As long as you have a valid license and liability insurance in your name, you may continue to drive, but just be careful. If it does get suspended or if you don't have insurance, you're not allowed to drive.
Yes.
We good?
Yes.
Okay. Questions?
No questions,
All right. So I'm going to have you guys meet with the coordinator in court 6, and then you guys are good to go.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, guys. Happy tidings. Mr. Coleman, how are you, man? Looks like you are wanted out of the state of Ohio for robbery in the 2nd degree.
Iowa, Judge.
What did I say?
Iowa.
No,
You're close.
sorry, Iowa. Well, not really. Are you waiving formal extradition, sir? All right, sir. We wish you the best of luck. Thanks. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you were charged with 2 counts. You're charged with possession of a controlled substance. You're also charged with theft. Looks like you guys have worked out an agreement where they're going to dismiss the.
Dismiss the DCI. And I'm done.
Is this what you want to do, ma'am? You need to understand that this is a very important thing, that you're making a lifetime decision today, that this theft will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You sure you want to do this? You're giving up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, the right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, there's no turning back. It will stay like this forever. You sure you want to do this? All right. How do you plead to the offense of theft? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 3 days that you've done. I'll roll you a court cost so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, man. Thanks. Thank you, Aaron. Ma'am, we need you to come back in. I did. Good morning, sir. Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. Your case is 662 days old. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On March 5th, 2023, officer dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, and met with the complainant, who said she had been dating the defendant for 4 years. The complainant stated the defendant had been drinking a lot and noticed his driving was unusual, and told the defendant multiple times to switch so she could drive. The complainant and the defendant switched, and while she was driving, they got into a verbal argument, and the defendant hit the complainant on the right side of her face, causing pain. Once they arrived home, they got into another argument, and the defendant started throwing the complainant's clothing and belongings out of the window of their apartment. The witness was in the car with the complainant and saw the defendant hit the complainant on the back of the head, or with the back of his left hand on the right side of her face 1 time.
Okay. I'd like to redo the protective order. Listen, one was already entered. Do we need them to do a new one? Mr. Harris, I'm entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies the complaining witness in this case. She is now a protected individual. You cannot communicate.
Quick legal tip. Breaking a protective order isn't a minor thing. It can mean instant arrest, no bond, and even felony charges. Judges treat these orders seriously because they're meant to stop further harm. Is sending a text really worth sitting in jail?
You cannot do any family violence, assault, threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon, go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand? If you violate this protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order, and it's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Before you leave, you need to get to know this protective order so you don't violate it. I am ordering you not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons throughout the remainder of this case. Do you have a lawyer today? We're giving you one today to figure out what's going to happen with this case. Your case is 662 days old, and we set cases for trial at 180. So we're going to figure out what happens with this case. I'm going to have you, well, for now, we'll just have you take a seat in the jury box. If you can reach out to the MAC, please. Good morning, sir. Sir, you were charged with driving while intoxicated, first offense. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow, so you were facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On December 18th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to 3800 Southwest Freeway in Harris County, Texas, in regards to the defendant's motor vehicle hitting another motor vehicle and keep going. The caller stated the defendant's motor vehicle's tire fell off and that the motor vehicle was at a strip center parking lot. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle facing the Southwest Freeway frontage road and partially on the curb, leaned against a hedge. The officer observed the engine running, the defendant's vehicle in drive, and the left front tire shredded. The officer further observed the defendant sleeping, slumped over the steering wheel, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and the defendant, upon waking, had poor balance requiring the officer's assistance. The defendant stated he consumed 2 mimosa beverages and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, one leg stand 4 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to breath. The results were 0.169 and 0.162.
Any prior DWIs and
No, Your Honor.
license?
Eligible.
Okay. I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find that you're using, I'll put you in jail and I'm going to revoke your bond. Do you understand? What do you do for a living, sir?
I currently don't work. I got assaulted recently. I lost my job.
Where were you working? What were you doing?
I was a Uber and I worked as a restaurant.
Why stop? You still need money. How are you getting money?
I had to do light recovery. They laid me off.
Okay. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, sir? You're going to go hire a lawyer.
I can't afford one. I need a.
That's what I'm asking you. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
But I will. I'm not.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. If you mind, I'm going to give you an application. I need you to fill it out. I need you to fill it out in its entirety. I need everything. I need to know everything about you. I'll take a look. If you qualify, I'll provide you with a lawyer today. Does he have you said he has a Texas driver license,
I
right?
see an eligible license, Your Honor.
You don't have liability insurance, then you're not allowed to drive. That's car insurance. If you don't have it, don't drive. I'm making that a condition of your bond. You must have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Do you understand? Okay. I'll have you fill out the application, Stephen. I'll have you sign a reset, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. No alcohol, no dope. After you're done with that, you'll meet with pretrial services, so they'll go over your bond conditions. All right? Good morning. Sir, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, yes. On December 16th, 2024, at approximately 12:48 a.m., officers were dispatched to a major crash at the 6100 block of Richmond Street in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer made contact with the other officers who had advised that when they arrived on the scene, the defendant, the sole occupant of the motor vehicle, had crashed into the ditch. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed the bloodshot, watery eyes, slurred speech, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. An inventory search of the vehicle revealed 1 bottle of whiskey under the front passenger seat, which was 2/3 empty. Standard field sobriety tests were attempted, HGN 6 out of 6, the walk and turn was refused, and 4 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The DIC was read, but the defendant refused. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Can you run his criminal history, please? I'd like to see if he has any other DWIs.
Your Honor, there's no prior DWIs.
Is there an allegation that he was allegedly consuming alcohol while he's driving?
No, Your Honor, they only found a bottle under the passenger seat, not cold with touch or anything like that.
Mr. Nesbitt, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Have you run his license to see if he has a Texas driver's license?
It's eligible, Your Honor.
All right. I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, your bond will be revoked. You will go to jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
Okay. You have a license. You're not allowed to drive unless you have car insurance as well in your name. I'm making that also a condition of your bond. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, sir?
That's all.
Are you working? What do you do in life?
I'm a mechanic.
What
But
kind
I
of
can
money?
afford an attorney.
Do you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, sir?
Yes.
Okay. We'll give you an application. I need to know everything about you. Don't just put zeros because I'm going to send it right back to you. I need to know everything about you. And if you qualify, we'll appoint you a lawyer. But just remember, don't consume alcohol. Don't use illegal drugs. You understand, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Stephen will give you the application. I'll have you sign a receipt with Ramona, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, sir. Did you want to talk?
Yeah, Judge, I've got a case, Derek Adams, on the docket. He was supposed to complete 2 classes by today.
Not do it?
No, he did,
Right.
but he didn't pass one of them. And the contract doesn't require passing, it just requires taking. And so, Ms. Saba, hey.
Judge,
we have some contracts.
I just needed chief approval that that's sufficient. I've never been in this situation. Like, I don't know if I can dismiss a case for failing an effective decision-making
Okay.
course, but
How do you-
attempting
Get
it.
this, Judge,
Really?
there's not a single chief working today. So it seems like there's not really effective.
So let's roll it to tomorrow. Have him take it again.
I'm not coming back here.
Zoom in. That's why I have Zoom, to make it easier for you.
That's true. I'm appointed. Money's really tight for him. The
The case
contract
is 1,292 days old. We've given him how much grace to get this thing done over and over? Really?
And it was
Judge-
just 2 classes,
I-
Judge.
Last time, if you didn't have it done, you didn't have it passed. I'm carrying you day for day.
The contract doesn't require passing. I mean, I'm actually serious about that. Although it's funny.
I would be hard pressed to find a chief that's going to acquiesce to that. I mean, really,
I mean,
I don't know.
It was just,
Contract.
it was a pretty good PTI offer, Judge. It was just effective decision-making and a gun safety class, both of which are 2 hours. The effective.
Yeah, it's a
decision-making
2-hour
course
class, right?
Costs
Corey?
$22, I believe. There's no reason he shouldn't be able to do it again.
Just, a lot of times they don't take it seriously. So let's roll it to tomorrow, have him do it again, and then let him know we're going to redo it day for day until he gets it done. At nearly 1,300 days, I have no sympathy for this person.
what's the term? A collateral estoppel or something like breach of contract? It's not my bag of chips.
Remember, they're the ones that have the power to dismiss. I don't.
Right.
They're the ones, I just sign it. They're the ones who actually file the motion.
I know that.
So do we know
I'm just
when is
asking.
she coming back?
I mean, Kelsey won't be back till Monday, Judge.
So let's roll it to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have him take it again. Maybe he'll pass it this time. Tell him to pay closer attention. It's only 2 hours. It's not much. If he doesn't want to do it, okay, I'm just going to roll into Monday. I'm going to keep doing it. It's 1,300 days. We got to take care of this thing.
As long
I'm
as
gonna
I
set
have
for
a
trial.
chief tell me that the attempt is fine, like I just can't make that call, Judge.
Did you see how good of an attempt it was?
He failed it. It was like a 50%.
Somewhere around 57.
So
I'm rolling it to tomorrow.
Is there a possibility that we're gonna have a chief?
No,
As long as there's another
not one
chief.
but if he passes, it gets dismissed.
Yeah, and I can ask another, like, if our bureau chief is here or one of our deputy dogs, I can go ask them after docket, Judge.
It's up to you.
Oh, I've been around everywhere. There's no chiefs.
Well, I mean, they would be on the 5th floor, Judge.
Yeah, well, regardless, I mean, we have a lot of work to do. We have 3 other courts that we need to cover as well.
Yeah.
So have him try it again tomorrow. If he doesn't want to do it, then we're just going to roll till Monday.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
really.
Is Diane here?
He's here, yes.
Adams?
Come on up.
How you doing?
Hi. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Judge. Nice to see you.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Merry Christmas to you, Your Honor.
What are you doing with your client?
Yes, sir. I did talk to them about the most recent offer that came in this morning. And the VA's not here, so I can't really respond back to her on some evidence. So we were gonna go on.
Judge, she emailed me this morning. She's looked at the mitigation packet that defense sent, and she emailed me this morning telling me what her offer is. So everything that I relayed to her is her latest update.
What is the offer?
It's a 9-month deferred, Judge.
Yeah, and Your Honor, one of the things is, just from reviewing this, it doesn't appear that the mitigation made clear enough, or they didn't take very seriously the statement that the house that the complainant and her mother's living in right now is owned by my client. He's the owner of that house. And they are living there because he's allowing them to live there. Now, he's charged them rent before, but he has not moved to evict them. He wants this process to end. But somehow from the notes that they were reading,
What's your client's name? What is your?
Ludlow,
Hudlow.
HDLOW.
Yeah.
And
The problem is that it's really old.
Your Honor, and I discussed that with them, and so they're willing to keep. He wanted to talk to Mr. Garza directly. I've been back there calling for the last 30 minutes, if not longer, trying to
I
reach
mean,
him.
what we can do is I can give you till Monday, but it's plea or trial on that day.
Yes, sir.
You know,
That would be-
Mr. Hudlow, come up.
And Judge, the state's offer is gonna stand. I mean,
Come around
Morgan,
this way, sir. All right. Good morning, Mr. Hudlow.
Morning. Merry
You
Christmas.
got to understand reasonable minds can differ. Just because you want something a certain way doesn't mean that it's going to happen. In life, it goes like that in every aspect. You know, when you're buying a car, when you're buying a house, whatever it may be. You know, he can't control the offers that they're going to give. He can only tell them merely what, you know, he is given a certain set of facts and he has to work with those facts. Sometimes they're good facts, sometimes they're not so very good, but it is what it is. Now, our case is old. It's 210 days old and we set cases for trial.
Here's the deal. 9 months deferred probation means no conviction if you finish it clean. But screw up once and the deal's gone. This is the crossroads. Take the deal and move on, or risk trial and maybe jail. Which choice makes more sense to you?
At 180 days, and I have no idea how this got to be as old as it is now, but it's time to make a decision. Now, in your case, they have offered you a 9-month deferred, which is a type of probation that if you successfully complete, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You can't tell people it was dismissed because it's not dismissed. It's merely a probation that you took. If you complete successfully, you don't end up with a conviction, right? But that's the offer that they've made for you, and it appears as what the state has said, that it's going to stand. Look,
Happy with that, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry.
you don't have to make a decision today. If you want to make a decision today and you want to be done with it today, we can do that. But I can give you one final setting to Monday if there's other people that you want to talk to. It's up to you, but it's time to put this baby to bed once and for all. So I will give you the opportunity now to talk to Joe to see if that's something that you want to accept now. If you need a little bit more time, I can give you until Monday. But at that point, you must either accept the plea bargain agreement or I'm going to set your case for trial because it's just too old.
I haven't had a chance to talk to Eric. Can we set it for Monday?
Okay?
I'm not saying that, you know.
No, look,
Actually, I would go
you
with-
don't have to say anything. I'm happy to do that, but you get no more resets after that day. So if you're unable to get a hold of him or whatnot, I don't care. You need to be diligent in getting together with Eric to figure out what you guys want to do with the game plan. Take a look at all the evidence, and then you make an informed decision at that point. But there's just no more time after that. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm sure that Joe can try to get you, help you get with Mr. Garza, okay?
I don't know with his vacation schedule, I don't want to put anybody out, but that's kind of how I think we ended up here.
We have too much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you very much.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, come on.
Mr. Banner's license.